SafeWander is the world's first wearable sensor that sends an alert to a caregiver's mobile device as soon as the patient starts to leave the bed, no matter where the caregiver is. It's essentially a button that's attached onto the patient's clothing, and as soon as they start to rise out of the bed, the button detects a change in body position and then sends an alert to the mobile device. It's useful for preventing falls and also for detecting wandering. There are 47.5 million dementia patients worldwide, and it's estimated by the Alzheimer's Association that about 60% of those people wander. But there are lots of other types of patients and elderly people who could also benefit from SafeWander. It's estimated that actually 1 out of 3 seniors are at some point treated in the ER for their falls. I was motivated to create the sensor for my grandfather. I grew up with him in a 3-generation household, so I was always very close to him. When I was 4 years old, he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. We were actually walking in a park together and he suddenly got lost. Over the years, his condition got worse and worse, and in particular, he started wandering frequently out of bed at night. He would often actually fall down and suffer huge injuries. I became concerned not only about his safety, but also about my aunt's well-being, since she had to take care of him and was actually up all night just to keep an eye on him. One night I was put on night watch for Grandpa, and I distinctly remember seeing him stepping out of the bed, and the moment his foot landed on the floor, I sort of saw the solution to my family's problem. I thought, why don't I put a pressure sensor underneath my grandpa's heel, and then as soon as he gets out of the bed, the pressure sensor would send an alert to my aunt's smartphone, waking her up, and that way she wouldn't have to worry all night about his wander. After about a year of work, I was finally able to create a prototype, and 2 years after that, when I was 16 years old, I created the button sensor. I remember the first time that my device caught my grandfather's wandering, and at that moment I realized that the devices that I created, the technology that I could invent, could have a huge impact on people's lives.